Welcome to the Lakers News Today channel. Take the opportunity to leave that like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go to today's news.
Have you ever imagined a trade that could benefit both the Lakers and the Orlando Magic? We're not saying it will happen right away, but the possibility is in the air, and what seems unlikely might actually be more real than we think. The trade window will open soon, and players like KCP could become key pieces in a potential trade scenario. Let's explore together what this could mean for both teams and whether there is really a chance for KCP to return to the team that helped him win a championship. Stay tuned to Lakers News Fan Report so you don't miss any updates. KCP, currently with the Orlando Magic, is not having the best phase of his career. With an average of just 7 points per game and concerning numbers in field goals and three-point shooting, he is far from being the defensive and offensive star many expected. What's interesting, though, is that while his defense is still respected, he is being outperformed by other players on his team, with one of the worst defensive ratings of the season. This raises questions about his future with the Magic, especially considering that while the team is solid defensively, it still lacks offensive power. While the Magic struggle to find an offensive identity with a young and developing roster, does KCP fit into this model? The truth is that the Magic, with solid defense and an urgent need to improve their offense, may view his trade as a solution to their problems. KCP, a player who has already proven his defensive value, could be sidelined in favor of a more immediate offensive solution. When looking at the Lakers, KCP's trade could present an interesting opportunity. Despite his decline in production, KCP's experience and impact in a winning system like the Lakers is still valuable. His defense and ability to play alongside LeBron James and Anthony Davis are aspects the Lakers can still explore, but this will only be possible if he shows signs of recovery in the coming weeks. Otherwise, the Lakers might consider more viable alternatives to strengthen their two-way roster. This is where the possibility of D'Angelo Russell comes in, a player who, alongside KCP, could help solve the lack of playmakers and the need for more three-point shooting on the Orlando Magic. With a solid points average and an impressive three-point shooting percentage, D'Lo could be the key to unlocking the offensive potential the Magic are seeking. For the Lakers, he brings the versatility needed to improve both offensively and defensively. We are just at the start of the season, and the possibilities for movement are many. If the Orlando Magic fail to get the best out of KCP, a trade may be inevitable. For the Lakers, this is the time to prepare to act quickly. But what do you think about this trade? How would it impact the future of the Lakers? If you enjoyed this video and want more content like this, don't forget to follow our channel, Lakers News Fan Report, and activate notifications so you don't miss any updates. Let's follow this story closely together. If the Orlando Magic decide to make a trade involving one of their wings, both KCP and Gary Harris could be viable options for the Lakers. Both players have characteristics that meet the team's needs, particularly in terms of defense and three-point shooting ability. What could determine the Lakers' choice is the value they need to invest and the immediate impact the player could have on the roster. Gary Harris has been a solid option, with his three-point shooting, especially from the corners, being an advantage for the Lakers. In addition, Harris is a defender capable of contributing in areas where the team needs reinforcement. The main appeal of Harris would be his more affordable contract, which would allow the Lakers to maintain more salary flexibility, something essential for the team considering its future ambitions. On the other hand, KCP has a history of success with the Lakers, including a championship title, and his solid defense and ability to hit three-pointers, especially in catch-and-shoot situations, are valuable attributes. However, his current production is not at the expected level, and this could affect his attractiveness in a trade. If the Lakers believe KCP can regain his level of play and help with the roster depth, he could be an interesting option, especially if the Magic are willing to negotiate due to his underwhelming performance. For the Magic, the decision of whether to keep or trade one of these players will depend on several factors. If KCP continues to struggle with his offensive production, the team might consider moving him in search of a trade that improves their offense, especially in terms of three-point shooting and playmaking. Since the team's defense is already solid, the priority may shift to improving offensive production, and a player like D'Angelo Russell, for example, could be an option to bring more playmaking and scoring ability. Ultimately, any trade involving KCP or Gary Harris with the Lakers will depend on how both players perform in the next few weeks and the Magic's willingness to make a change. The balance between defense and offense will be crucial, and the trade market in the coming months will likely bring more clarity about the options for both sides. As a Lakers fan, I see these trades involving KCP and Gary Harris as interesting opportunities to improve the team's depth, especially in defense and three-point shooting, two areas where the Lakers still need to strengthen. KCP has always had a special place for us, mainly due to his contribution in the 2020 championship. His solid defense and ability to hit crucial shots were key during the title season. If he can regain that level of play, he would be an excellent addition to the Lakers' rotation, offering defensive versatility and experience. However, if he continues to fall short of expectations, I don't see a problem with trading him for someone who brings more consistency in shooting and playmaking, like D'Angelo Russell, who could provide a different dimension to the team's offense. Gary Harris, on the other hand, is a more affordable option, and his ability to be a good defender and three-point shooter could be very useful for the Lakers. If the goal is to strengthen the defense without sacrificing good perimeter shooting production, Harris is an attractive option. He wouldn't carry the same emotional weight as KCP, but if it means more efficiency and depth for the roster, I believe it could be a valid trade. I am in favor of any move that strengthens the team in critical areas like three-point shooting and defense, especially with a focus on keeping LeBron and AD healthy and ready to compete for a title. The Lakers have a strong core, but there's still room to improve the rotation, so whether it's keeping KCP or bringing in Gary Harris, as long as the impact is positive, I'm excited to see how the team evolves. The Lakers are in a delicate position, as they are trying to balance the pursuit of titles now, while also planning for the future of the franchise, especially with LeBron and Anthony Davis's window. Therefore, it would be very important that any trade made not only addresses immediate needs, but also aligns with the continuity and building of the team for the long term. I think the most important thing for the Lakers is to have consistency and balance on the roster. I'd be fine with a trade that brings players with defensive versatility and the ability to space the floor with reliable three-point shooting. In this regard, both KCP, with his defensive experience, and Gary Harris, with his shooting ability, are valid options, especially on a team that still needs to adjust in certain areas. However, my personal preference would undoubtedly be to bring in a player with that playoff mentality who can deliver big performances in important games. KCP's experience in high-pressure moments cannot be ignored, but if he fails to return to his production level, then I believe trades toward more offensive and younger options, like DLO or even Gary Harris, might be more advantageous in the long run to help the team remain competitive. In the end, the key will always be maintaining a balance between experience and youth, offense and defense. As long as the trade adds value to the rotation and helps make the team stronger in areas we really need to improve, like offensive consistency and perimeter defense, I would support any move by the Lakers in this direction.